That is me, and I'm about to train my shoulders 30 days in a row in an attempt to redefine what's possible with the human body. Could this be the golden ticket to sculpting bolder shoulders in record time, or will my masochist pursuit spell disaster with torn muscles and mutilated shoulder ligaments? Even though I was pretty confident in my shoulder training, I knew I needed to have a lot of exercises up my sleeve. So I studied some of my go-to fitness channels and influencers I respect for fresh new workouts to keep things extra spicy for this experiment. You know, I hear a lot of you guys talking like, oh, I want to be this, or I want to be that, I want to look like this. Well, then grab your fucking nuts and be it. Like, if you want to be a millionaire, quit talking about it. Just take the action that's going to lead you to that outcome. And that's what I love about the gym. Building your physique, it's the same damn concept. Now, the day one shoulder workout was very easy. I didn't want to kill myself on day one, so we just simply powered through 2 sets of lat raises, followed by 2 sets of front raises, and 2 sets of overhead press going nice and light, high rep range. Now, on a normal week of shoulder training, I might hit 15 total sets and break that up between 2 workouts. So if I'm able to do, say, 7 sets a day on average of shoulder training for an entire week during this experiment, we're talking about nearly 50 total sets per week of shoulders, which should be about 3 times more than what I normally do. So here is where I'm at on day 1 with 0 pump. Not the tiniest shoulders in the gym, but far from the biggest. Now, conventional wisdom would tell you that you cannot train a muscle group every single day. But do I look like a man who follows conventional wisdom? I mean, for Christ's sake, I'm a talking logo standing in the middle of the desert talking to you about training shoulders every single day. But there is a method to my madness, and it is called nuclei overload. And it is highly debated within the fitness community. In fact, 𝗔𝗍𝘀𝘁 said it flat out does not work.
If you already train correctly and you do nuclei overload training, you're a moron.
But the only thing I think he should be debating is if he's tall enough to ride a roller coaster, because from my experiences, nuclei overload has worked amazing for me and for thousands of other people. And the concept is so simple. By overtraining a muscle group, you're increasing the nuclei in the muscle cell, increasing its potential for growth. You know those guys who move giant pieces of furniture for their job 6 to 7 days a week? Typically, they are huge and really strong. They're not overtrained because your body is an adaptation machine. Imagine I tell you that my brother went to jail for 2 straight years, and in jail, he decided that he wanted to do 1,000 push-ups and 1,000 pull-ups every single day. Would you imagine he walks out of jail really small because he's overtrained and he didn't give his body a chance to recover? Or would you imagine he walks out of jail looking like the damn Terminator? So you are probably wondering, am I training other muscle groups? And the answer is, well, of course. I'm basically just doing a push-pull leg split, and I'm doing my 5 to 10 sets of shoulders at the end of the workout, and 1 to 2 days a week, I'll start with shoulders and do a higher amount of volume. So day 2, we really got after it. Shoulders still feeling fresh, so we hit some heavy overhead presses, seated lat raise, keeping the shoulders under constant time under tension, and finish it up with some front raises. All right, we finished the shoulder workout. Today was really tough because it was leg day, and leg day was really intense today. I didn't have any energy to hit shoulders. I did not want to hit shoulders, but I did it anyway. I knocked out 5 total sets of lat raises. And guys, some days you're not going to want to do the work. You're not going to want to work out. Maybe you don't want to work on your business, but who the fuck cares? Because the difference between people who are crazy successful and people who essentially achieve nothing is the people who are successful, they put in the work regardless of their feelings and regardless of if they want to do it or not. So we got it done. Let's move on to day 4. Now with this experiment, it is nearly impossible to train harder than last time. Sorry, Mr. 𝗔𝗍𝘀𝘁, I know we have failed you.
You're a moron!
But I'm still very conscious of not doing junk volume. So despite my energy levels being lower some days from training other muscle groups, of course, I want to keep the intensity high. So for example, today, I incorporated drop sets with lat raises because I get an amazing pump with them, and this felt really good on my shoulders today. You know what I love about building my physique is your body is a representation of how hard you work. People are going to subconsciously respect you when you're in great shape because it shows that you can stay committed to a goal, stay consistent, and work hard. And those qualities apply to all facets of life. Now, many of you may not know, but I'm the co-founder and owner of a brand called Alpha Lion. And I've been working at this business almost every day for nearly 7 years now. And I've seen firsthand what consistency and hard work can build over the course of many years. And I guarantee you that if you're watching this video right now and you stay consistent and worked hard on any goal in life for 5+ years, you would be blown away where you would be at. So I tried something different today that I really enjoyed. With my side lat raises, I went on my knees to remove that little bit of lower body momentum you typically do. And I felt a solid pump right in my side delts. Then with my front raises, I really try to go up high on these. Now when you watch footage of Arnold doing these back in the day, you can see he's going way above his head. And at the end of the day, you need to train intuitively and figure out what works for you. And I really like these variations today. All right guys, when you're trying to make gains fast, you gotta treat your body like a luxury car. You gotta think your body like a Lamborghini and not a Ford Taurus. So let me show you a little pro tip. Now, from my experience, the more jacked the animal, the more gains you're gonna make from it. So the first choice today is bison. I mean, look at that physique. Incredible shoulder development, huge chest and back, boom. Now, nature's most shredded beast, the deer. Venison meat is 95%. This stuff is actually a really high quality source of protein. And last but not least, we got 93% grass-fed beef. Let the gains continue. Yes, 3:30 a.m. That is not a typo because I had to wake up super early to leave for my best friend's bachelor party in the Bahamas. And I knew after a day of traveling across the world, I would not want to hit shoulders. So I found myself getting a filthy shoulder pump in my garage at 3:30 a.m. Now, I tried a new variation today that I saw an Olympic weightlifter recommend. Full range of motion lat raises, great shoulder and trap pump with these, and that concludes the first week of training my shoulders every day with a grand total of 46 total sets. Time for the Bahamas. Day 8 did not go as planned. I woke up in the Bahamas and was on a yacht all day and was in jeopardy of missing my first shoulder training day due to being surrounded by alcohol, women, and copious amounts of peer pressure. So today, I'm on vacation, but no excuses. It was a shitty shoulder workout, by far the weakest one yet, but we got it in. Day number 8, let's go. Day 9, despite being sunburned and slightly hungover because I'm a lightweight, I was able to power through and get a filthy shoulder pump at the hotel gym in the Bahamas. Back in the United States of America, after a long cross-country flight, I was back on track, annihilating my shoulders from different angles after a chest workout. Less than 3 weeks left of the experiment, it's time to really crank up the intensity and push my body's limits. After an excruciating leg day, I only had the energy to do my favorite shoulder machine at the gym. But much to my surprise, after reviewing the footage, it actually felt like my shoulders were looking bigger. Was it from constantly being pumped, my Caribbean tan, or a combination of both? Seeing some gains really inspired me to keep going with this experiment. So it's like 6 p.m. I've had a terrible day. Just a bunch of unexpected shit being thrown my way. And to make matters worse, I have this radiating headache. It's right behind my right eye. And I just figured there's 0 point trying to hit shoulders today. I'm gonna take the day off, try to get 8-9 hours of sleep tonight. The point of the experiment was to overload my shoulders in a short period of time. We can still achieve that goal by missing a day or two, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. So for today, instead of going lighter lat raises with full range of motion, I went much heavier and I did these little partial reps at the end of my back workout. Now, this felt really good and it felt like it was isolating my side delts, and it just felt really great to lift heavy weights and get a shoulder pump at the same time. Man, today, I just felt really fatigued. I'm trying to keep up with my push-pull leg split, feed my many cats, and of course train shoulders every single day. But nonetheless, it only takes 5 minutes of intensity at the end of your workout to do this. So today what I did is I did some dumbbell delt shapers and then I supersetted them with partial raises. And let me tell you, I had a crazy pump doing this. My shoulders felt like they were actually getting smaller, however. They just look super depleted to me after this workout, so I definitely need to eat some carbs. All right. Week number 2, we had a little bit of a setback. We only did 30 total sets of shoulders. We had the bender in the Bahamas. We had the missed workout on day number 12. So week 3 and 4, we are cranking it back up. I got to get some pre-workout in my system today. So of course I'm taking Alphaline, Superhuman Pre-workout, my company of course. We're doing Superhuman Pre Miami Vice and Superhuman Pump Hulk Juice. So today I woke up and I decided I need to experiment with new things in the weight room. So what I did is I did 5 trisets, which means a different exercise back to back to back. So what I did is seated dumbbell lat raise, then I'd do 8 to 10 reps of these standing Y raises, then I'd finish it off with 8 to 10 reps of alternate front raises. So we're talking almost 30 total reps for each triset. Now, fun fact, your shoulders are more slow twitch dominant, so they are likely to respond better to higher rep sets than many other muscle groups. Now, after seeing how depleted I looked and felt, I decided today I was going to treat myself to a special pre-workout meal. Another day, another donut. To hopefully fuel me through my boulder shoulder workout today. Now, after eating 3 donuts in 2 minutes and having a massive cheat meal the night before, I actually felt refueled and ready to annihilate my shoulders. And the day 16 shoulder workout was 5 total sets of dumbbell delt shapers, followed by 5 total sets of lat raises. I felt sort of fatigued as I was exercising almost 90 minutes a day now for 3 weeks straight. So I decided to just keep the volume low and the intensity as high as I could on days 17, 18, and 19, essentially doing 4 to 5 sets as a finisher after my push, pull, and legs workout. But something just felt off. Like, my routine felt stagnant, and I knew I needed to change something the last 11 days of the experiment to get the best results possible. I was looking at what Arnold Schwarzenegger does for shoulders, and it's so genius, but yet it's something that you would never learn at, Bob's personal training school or in a textbook. So we're gonna give it a try today, because what Arnold does is he does this insane drop set where he actually goes all the way down the rack until he literally cannot move his arms anymore. And then another one, he pumps out lat raises as many reps as he can do, and then he'll hold heavier dumbbells out at his side, and he'll just hold it until he can no longer hold it anymore, where his shoulders feel like they're gonna fall off the bone. We are gonna try that today because that is outside the box, and that's where the gains happen. Today's shoulder workout was a smashing success. Thank you, Arnold. First of all, holding your arms out to your side slightly with heavy weight and smashing them with delt raises, it was simply amazing. Highly recommend you guys try it on your next shoulder workout. And after that, we went down the rack and literally did a drop set with every dumbbell in the gym, just like Arnold recommended. Now, I don't think the other members of my gym were very happy with me, but thankfully my gym was not very busy today. We started with the 50s and went all the way down to very lightweight. I think the entire drop set took me like 2 minutes, and this was by far the most intense shoulder work of the experiment so far. Mission accomplished. And after 42 sets of shoulders during week 3, we finally hit a brick wall on day 21. All right, the streak is over. I did not hit shoulders today. It was one of those days where I overslept. I had work meetings literally all day, had to get a haircut, and I just felt like my body was completely depleted, felt like shit. And you know what? We did not hit shoulders today, but boy, will we ever be hitting them tomorrow. Day 22, I did some very high rep shoulder burnouts after an intense leg day. Day 23, we had an amazing shoulder workout by finding unique ways to add intensity. We did some heavy dumbbell shoulder press, and then I supersetted them with some seated lat raise. And then 4 down the rack drop sets of dumbbell delt shapers. I really feel a strong mind muscle connection in my side delts doing these. So as you can see, I've been doing a ton of them throughout the shoulders daily experiment. We have made it to day number 25. We are so close to the finish line. And in all honesty, this has not been that hard. I've never been so sore I couldn't train shoulders. I haven't torn anything. My ligaments feel fine. So stop with the limiting beliefs of what your body can and cannot do, and stay tuned for the grand finale. We're gonna see what kind of shoulder gains I've made. As some of you may know, I am an avid sprinter. So today's shoulder workout, we took it outside and I did my shoulders after my sprint training with my friend Liam. Love this combination of doing the sprints and doing the shoulder workout as a finisher. And by this time, man, I was so excited to finish this experiment and see what kind of gains we made only 5 days away. So as you can see, I absolutely love this machine at my gym for shoulders. So what I did today is I just went down the pin. I just kept dropping the weight 1 pin at a time and ended up doing like a 2-minute total set. And literally just doing that one set, I felt the craziest delt pump. Now, this experiment doesn't need to take a lot of time, as you can see. In fact, today's shoulder workout took all of 5 minutes, probably the amount of time some of you spend talking between every set at the gym. Many of you are probably wondering why I haven't done more overhead press on this experiment, and the reason is simple. I just don't get any kind of shoulder pump doing overhead press, and I feel the side raise movement way more. But nonetheless, decided to add them into today's workout to spice things up, followed by some dumbbell seated lat raises. Back to my favorite machine, smashed a leg workout today and only had enough energy for my super drop set finisher. This has been my go-to shoulder workout when I'm in a rush because it's really intense. It only takes 5 minutes and I get a crazy pump doing it. We have made it to day number 29, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like my shoulders are starting to look like boulders. Definitely feel bigger from day number 1. Let me know in the comments below if you think my shoulders look substantially bigger since day 1. We'll do a side-by-side and an in-body scan in a few days, but first off, we got some work to do. We gotta head to the gym for the final Oh, shit. Day 29. Looked at the footage and I really felt like my shoulders looked nice and full, way more than they did, say, 30 days ago. I ran through 5 total sets of my favorite lat raise machine at the gym, and on day number 30 for the grand finale shoulder workout, we hit the overhead press supersets, seated lat raises, and a shoulder shaper drop set, and I was ready for a massive cheat meal and to assess the results of all this insanity. So what were my results from overtraining my shoulders for 30 days? Well, I'll throw up a side-by-side on the screen right now. And just going by the visual aesthetics, I will say, I think I made tremendous shoulder gains in just 30 days. And the in-body scan also showed that I gained almost a pound of muscle mass in 30 days. Now, I really like this experiment because it only took me 5 to 10 minutes at the end of all of my shoulder workouts. Now, would I recommend you to try this at home? I would only recommend it to you if you feel like you've hit a plateau and you've been in the gym for 5+ years. You say doing shoulders twice a week like I was, you're no longer seeing gains. Why not just increase the volume and intensity for 30 days and try to shock your shoulders into growth? And furthermore, the concept of nuclei overload training states that by doing this kind of experiment, you're increasing the nuclei in the muscle cell, which will increase its potential for growth in the future. So hopefully I continue to make shoulder gains for months and months after this experiment.